Every once in a while, I look back upon my younger self and just ask, why? No, I'm not talking about being overly obsessed with Phantom of the Opera or crying in a broom closet. I'm talking about my outfits, because they were questionable at best and terrifying at worst. So to try to structure this monstrosity, I'm going to rank them. So the tier list I came up with goes as follows. The yawn tier means that this made no impact whatsoever, positive or negative. It's bland. Let's just move on. She kinda tried. For this outfit, you can see a semblance of care was put into it, but not a whole lot. Sheerly terrifying. Now this is reserved for outfits that are, at first, nice to poke fun at, but progressively take up more space in your mind as time moves forward. You'll know what I'm talking about. Competing for the crown. These are ones I look back upon fondly, if anything just to make fun of myself. Iconic. Now this is probably what you came here for. She's probably somewhere in the thumbnail. These are pretty much the top dogs. So starting off, 5th grade, circa that time, we have this little number. My shirt is wrinkled as hell, and the haircut looks like I'm auditioning for the role of Prince Caspian. Overall though, I have to admit, it is more of a neutral outfit. It doesn't overly offend me. So I'll put it in the she kinda tried category. So for this one, there's quite a lot to say here, but I will say that she makes an impression. The pose, the checkered pants, I mean, it's all here. You can't ask for much more. So honestly though, I really loved at this time this jacket and these pants, so we're gonna put her on the competing for the crown category. So for the next one, the pants have made a reappearance. I wore the shit out of these. And even though they have made a reappearance, they cannot sadly save this train wreck. I mean, at least in the last one, I had confidence. In this one, she knows it does not coordinate well, so it's a yawn for me. Now here's where I have a conflict of interest. First of all, this image has haunted me for years. Wanna guess why? Well, we can start off with this gentleman's midriff just chilling in the background. Now, I'm sure he was a nice guy. I don't have any qualms with him, but he could have just stepped aside and let me have my moment. I did get my face painted earlier that day, in case you were wondering what the hell growth was on my face. Yet I liked it so much in that moment that I didn't have the heart to scrub it off. So I went to Arabian Nights, you know, that show where they ride around on horseback and like do sword fights, showing up like this. Is she iconic? Is she terrifying? Or is she both? Let's compare to this image. Now for this one, I just have to sit in silence with it, you know? My mom captured a moment in history that the universe has not yet forgiven me for. What we have here, in case you shielded your eyes and you don't want to look anymore, is the same image from before, the same look, just paired with polka dot Bermuda shorts. And that alone is cursed. This image is iconic. The walk, my expression, she's serving it and she knows it. Whatever's happening here, I'm in your fever dream and you just have to deal with it. I was so close to being normal. We were almost there. The hair is like I'm a Karen in training. I have the bob, I have the excessive amount of blonde streaks. I look like I'm about to interrupt your meal and ask you to leave the premises. And for that alone, she is coming for the crown and she will take no prisoners. So this image gives me a mix of emotions, or a mix of energies. Just ignore for a second that it's taken in flash in the middle of a forest. If you wear a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt over the age of 10, there is no wonder why I got bullied. The jeans, I was gonna say like embroidered and bedazzled jeans were a thing, but that was a little before my time. This time they were just on their way out. So for this look, I'm just gonna say it leaves normalcy and just borders on annoying. No 13-year-old, 14-year-old dresses like this. So she gets her own tier. I just made a new one. What if I told you that I could make this image even better? I mean, she leaves you speechless. There are no words to describe this image. I love all of the symbols, the gradation of the peace signs and the hearts. The hot pink glasses I thought were the shit back then, let me say. She's not just coming for the crown, she is dining with royalty. If middle school to early high school not caring was summed up in a picture, this could easily be it. I wore this sweatshirt, I'm not even kidding, probably like 85% of the year, no matter the weather. Like, I always had this thing on my body. But I would say it's pretty boring. Your sleep paralysis demon has arrived, and she would like a word. So you can't really see it in the image, but those are Lion King tights. And of course, we can't ignore the peacoat that's dominating most of my body. Honestly though, I don't really hate this. She might be iconic. If teenage social anxiety could be summed up in a photo. So what we have here is a comfort jacket, my boxy glasses, my unintentional mullet, and that Bring Me the Horizon shirt that I thought was cool. Does it annoy me though? I will say I thought I was the shit when I wore this. I think it's just barely passing. You would think that come senior year, I would have learned how to dress normally. And I did. Most of my outfits were bland as hell. But then we have this. In case you didn't notice the blaring fact, we have 3 patterns going on here. I've never met someone who so fearlessly matched Walking Dead ankle socks with checkered shoes and shorts with like an anchor pattern on them. At least I was feeling myself in this outfit, if you could tell from the pose, so for that she's coming for the crown. If this wasn't a Halloween costume, you would be running for the hills right now. I mean, can you imagine if I just showed up to your door one night and it wasn't Halloween and I was wearing this? I mean, that's a fucking serial killer. I mean, at this point, we don't even have to question it. We know she's iconic. So which one will haunt your dreams tonight? Let me know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more insanity if you would like that delivered to you. Yeah. If you would like to be like these cool people and support me on Patreon, you are free to do so, and I appreciate it immensely. As always, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all sometime soon.